Hey y'all! So I am packing my hospital bag today. I am currently 31 weeks pregnant with twin girls, and twins have a reputation of coming early. So I wanted to start getting prepared. We actually had a scare not too long ago that I ended up going to the hospital thinking I was in labor. So that kind of made me want to get started a little earlier than later. A little history about myself. So this is my second pregnancy. I had my son in 2022. I ended up delivering him via a C-section. It was unplanned, and based on what happened with him, me and my doctor decided to just go ahead and have a C-section with them. So my current C-section is scheduled for 37 weeks. So I still have a few weeks to go, but like I said, I had a scare that kind of made me want to be prepared a little early instead of later. Another thing I wanted to mention is since I wasn't planning for a C-section with my son, I didn't really know a lot about C-sections. I went in thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a vaginal birth, and that is the only research that I really did. So when I ended up having my son via C-section, I didn't really know a lot about it. And I think that's one of the main things I also recommend for everyone, that just because you have had a healthy and just typical pregnancy does not mean that when it comes down to it, you might not also end up having a C-section. And I didn't know a lot of things about C-sections, like how long I could stay, what's the typical recovery time for C-sections. So I ended up having my son at midnight, and by the following morning, they were already telling me like, hey, if you feel fine, you can go home. Or if you don't want to be here, like if you feel like you're up for it, you can go ahead and go home. Me being hooked up to a great IV that was giving me great medication, I was like, yeah, I actually feel fine. So I ended up going home probably like a day and a half after having my C-section. biggest mistake of my life. And afterwards, I ended up realizing and researching, and your insurance, well, depending on your plan and where you are or whatever, that it could change, but for me, covered 3 to 4 days, because that's the typical recovery time for a C-section. Like which is true, because on the morning of day 4 I was like, oh, I actually feel better. But day 2 and 3 at home were terrible. The main thing that I missed was the bed, because they cut about 7 layers of skin and muscle and everything. So you lose control of your abs. Like you can't bend, you can't do your typical things. And the hospital bed has that amazing little button that just helps you get up and down. And my poor husband was having to help me up, grab the baby, me breastfeed, help put him back, put me down every 2 or so hours. So it was, this time I will be staying the full 3 to 4 days. That has been decided by me and my husband. We're like, we are staying until they kick us out, or our insurance is like, you're capped, because yeah. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with the things that I'm packing for myself first. So I do plan on breastfeeding. So I got a bunch of these like pajama dresses that have the buttons so that it's easy for me to just undo and breastfeed. And like lounge sets that are super high-waisted and have a very like stretchy band. These I already actually wear because of that, because they're so stretchy. You don't even feel the waistband, which is what I'm gonna want after my C-section. Of course, nursing bras. I have some that are a little more structured, which I really like. I got these at Target. And some that are a little more flimsy but still have the detachable front padding. These I got on Amazon, but I'm taking quite a few pair of those. I am bringing a few compression socks. I have these that are a little more like just to pretty much like past my ankles. I'll probably get a few more that maybe go to my maybe my knee. I did swell up quite a bit, but I also don't know if it was like me coming home and not being prepared. I don't know, we'll see, but I want to go ahead and be prepared for that. And I also have grippy socks that I'll probably wear in the hospital instead of the one that they provide, just because I think these are cuter and I think I like these better. These I found on Amazon, and they're they're for yoga or Pilates. That's how you get the little grippies. And I loved the top, so I wear these all the time. Let's see. I also got, the hospital does provide a belly band, which worked good for me the first time. I just used the one that they provided, but I wanted something a little sturdier this time. So I found a 3-stage one on Amazon that had really great reviews, that has for when you first come out of surgery. So it's just the belly band, and then as time goes on you can add the pelvic belt and more of a secure belly belt. And I probably won't need all of them. I'll probably just need the first belly one, this one, to start. Since you can't put too much pressure on your incision, you're really just trying to focus on your belly area. So there's that. I packed the disposable underwear, of course. I have these from the Frida brand, and also these that are from Always. These are actually more like period underwear, but I did like how thick the pad is on these. Like, that is definitely gonna feel secure. The one I used a few from the hospital, don't recommend. I mean, I don't know about the hospital that the ones that you'll end up being provided, but this material from the hospital ones that I bought, that they gave me, was almost like a net. So if you have like long nails, or even just if you're too rough with it, there was like holes. It would constantly make holes. Like after I would pull them up, if I did it too rough, it would leave a hole. So I was like, I won't be taking from the hospital. I will be bringing my own. So I'm gonna see if these boy short ones or these other ones work best for me. I do think I'll like these because I'm just one of those people that I prefer to know that it's I mean, it's pretty much a diaper. And so I know I'm not gonna really leak through these. Up next, I have some shower shoes, which are just regular flip-flops, and also just like lounging shoes for when they're gonna make you walk right away. So I packed these. And breastfeeding stuff. I do plan on breastfeeding, so I'm going to be bringing my big breast friend pillow. This is my breastfeeding pillow, so I'll be definitely hauling that one. And then along with the breastfeeding stuff, I have the Earth Mama nipple butter, the silver cups, and a haka for, you know, catching in case I don't breastfeed at the same time. We'll see. That is going to be its own journey itself, figuring out how to breastfeed twins. As it is, I didn't have the best breastfeeding experience with my son, so we'll see. And along with that, liquid IV. So a little side story. I feel like I drink a lot of water, but when you're breastfeeding, you have to be super hydrated, not only to make enough milk, but also for yourself, because it does take a lot out of you. I ended up fainting with my son when I was home alone with him. It was crazy. So I ended up getting dehydrated from breastfeeding and just exhaustion and all this stuff. I fainted, smacked my head on the wall pretty hard, and it was just me and him here. So it was kind of a crazy experience. We still have the dent in our house from where I hit my head. So I'm not playing around this time. I'm gonna have liquid IVs and just chug water until I can't, just out of fear of that happening again. But yeah, that's that. I am bringing my own towel just because something about a hospital towel just feels icky. And I do have other stuff that I'm trying to, I haven't packed, that I'll probably pack at the very end, but I do have some of it, like a hairbrush, you know, some travel items, scrunchies, hair clip, hair bands. So I'll probably finish packing this along with, you know, toiletries and my makeup when it's that time. I just don't have the extra stuff to be just having a bag ready to go. I do know that they sell a lot of the pre-made kits, like for postpartum C-section or vaginal births. I think this time I'm not gonna do the kits, mainly because half the stuff I didn't end up using the last time, and they can get a little pricey. And also the hospital provides a lot of those items as well. I know that there's preference, like if you like a certain peri bottle or cooling kits or ointments, that of course go ahead. I don't have a preference, I don't feel like. So this time around, I'm just gonna see what the hospital will offer, try it out. If not, I'll probably send someone to go buy me certain items. But this time I think I'm just gonna wait and see what I need instead of packing or buying things that I'm not sure of yet. So that's about it for my stuff. So moving on to the stuff for the girls. So I am packing a few swaddles that we really liked with my son, which are these Snuggle Me swaddles, and also taking some newborn clothing, as well as I need to go find some preemie clothing because of their weight. I'm not exactly sure if they will be fitting into newborn clothes yet. Twins tend to be a little underweight, so I do want to be ready and have a few preemie items. Right now I just have newborn items, but I do have quite a few PJs that I haven't washed and gotten ready. And of course burp cloths. And I purchased them matching swaddles and bows, of course, for pictures and also just because it's cute. A few of these pajamas don't have the little arm cover, so I have a few mitts because my son was right out the womb. He was a savage and was like trying to rip his face off. So this time I will not be playing games. They will be wearing mitts. My mother-in-law did find them, like these little coming home packs, and it comes with, you know, a pajama or just the onesies with the pants, little footy pants. So she bought 2 of them. So I do think I'll regret it because of the buttons, but they are pretty cute, and she got it for their coming home outfit, so I'll probably use those. I am considering also taking the hatch, mainly because of the light. I have a terrible memory, so I can't remember if the hospital had just a small light to turn on in the middle of the night. We already have the hatch for my son. We've had it since he was born, so I'm pretty familiar with the settings and the lighting. So I do think I want to take the hatch instead of having to turn on any of the like super fluorescent lights. Just for the midnight feeding. I don't know how well me and my husband will sleep in the hospital for that many days, and I am I can't sleep in complete silence, so maybe having that will also help me sleep. So I'm really considering just bringing the hatch with us. I think that pretty much wraps up the stuff that I will be bringing to the hospital. We're gonna try to take advantage of all the stuff that the hospital offers us, like diapers, formula if we end up needing it, and other things like that. So please let me know in the comments if there's something that either you had a C-section that you totally recommend, or if you had twins and I'm missing something that would be beneficial. I am more than happy to continue to learn and pack, since I am packing a little early. I'll probably still purchase a few things here and there between now and when they come, which is hopefully not for another few weeks. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!